inspires me like a dog inspires a rabbit. Can you save my heavy dirty soul? Can you save?
With a winter chill gripping much of the nation, no such worries today here in the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Leary now going to look to throw. And his first look is incomplete. He was looking for Rashad Bateman there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll throw with Leary. And complete. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. We know turnover margin always key, going to be really key in this one. And to force an opening drive turnover, that's huge.
It is, and you know something? There's one coach on every team that weighs in at the worst possible time, right? And this is bad. He just fumbled the football. Can't you just hear him right now? Son, you messed it up for everyone on that.
And right away, he lost the football. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. Two Rockies.
I saw that. I got it. And, you know, and right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves. If we're going to have that kind of a reference, they've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play. Throwing is Leary. And Watson has it right side. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag,
I'm off the phone, time to reach his ass.
Defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2nd down and 3. Now they send the tight end in motion left. Throwing now, Leary. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Now Leary. That's caught at the 1. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
To throw is Leary. Out to his left.
All right.
Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Taylor will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football. But he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line, because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum, because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today, because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
The tight end Henry here in motion. And
What?
this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week, as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Leary. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Jaguars at 5-7 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Off play action. Leary. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Oh, no.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Maybe we'll get a 1st down now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll have the Dolphins 1st down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Why? Why? That happened again. That happened again. That happened again. That happened when I played fucking the other guy. Why did that happen again?
And it sets him back for 2nd down.
Bro,
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
That needs to stop. That keeps happening to me.
The big loss on 1st down leads to a tricky
Do I have
2nd
fat
down.
fucking
18
fingers?
yards to go.
Maybe.
Looking to throw. Alexander. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Simple drag route here.
Dom's out here mad about the picks. I'm fucking throwing laterals by accident.
The field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown.
Love it.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Maybe I'll start complaining about clips.
Garrett Stingley picks it. And
Fuck
the Jaguars are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one
That's what
up
I get
here
for
during his
60-60
rookie season.
accuracy. What
And
am
in
I
this
doing?
case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling
You
the
know
different
there's
type
no
of
such
coverages
thing
that
as
he's
a
seeing,
50-50 ball
but
in this
clearly,
game.
there's some growing still to do.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to it. And now off to the races down the right side.
Oh, fuck, that's what
Inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Watson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McPherson now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Oh, fuck me.
And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the
let's go.
48 there.
Fucking whatever. Who
Any
cares?
return
I'll
that
play
gets you
the
to
only way
midfield
this
is a
quarterback
great
can fucking
return.
play.
One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Boy, a dangerous throw there. Fortunate for him, it'll wind up incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it.
Damn right I'm saying no to the 50-yard field goal try.
They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Again, it's Taylor. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. That is caught. On the move past the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Good catch and excellent creation of a big play downfield. And I can guarantee you this, that's not a play this defense has practiced against in the days leading up to this game.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking there for Pitts, but
Why am I hurdling? Fuck this game.
Will take over here as they get it up
Jesus
to the
fuck.
43-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season,
Thanks
made
for
a
the
lot
hurdle.
of lovely throws,
Really
but
good,
that
actually.
wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one,
Fuck
don't
off, knock
we?
over.
I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw.
Yep.
Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Sorry, I'm jumping.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Throwing to start the drive. Alexander. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. He and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. And he's miles away and
Good
smiling.
catch.
And this
Good
pass
catch.
broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And they will take over first and 10.
I'm really glad I hurdled while catching it, because that really, what that allowed me to do was not go into the end zone and then punt. So that was, I like that that happened.
Next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
I'm really glad I jumped. It's really good.
Seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson.
My favorite part is after I intercepted it, I
Escorted
jumped.
out of bounds, down inside the 35. A lot of great quarterbacks from USC. Here's another one. The rookie's got a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Back to throw. Leary. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as he'll be marked out a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. That's taken in by Watson. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds Bateman over the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the end zone, but it's gonna wind up incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw again.
Are you
And
fucking...
that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Bruh.
Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's
Where?
frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They
Sorry, you
him
gotta
at
stop
the
him
goal
fucking 8
line.
times instead of fucking 4.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the
Fucking
first of
idea.
their timeouts. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Second and 1.
Jesus fuck!
Goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. The Miami defense trying to keep them out. They haven't let them in yet. Can they hold again
I
here
fucking
on
stopped him
3rd
9
and
plays in a
goal?
row, but I gotta keep doing it.
Looking to throw. Leary. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up
How many times do we need to
incomplete.
do the same fucking
So
thing?
it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Back to throw. Leary. And it's incomplete. They cannot
I said to stop him
convert,
10
and they
times in
turn
a
it
row.
over.
10.
They
10.
had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal line. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
The final shot before break. Alexander, throw left side complete. That's Brown. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
What is the point?
And they're going to have terrific field position as they finally get to him, but just shy of the midfield stripe.
During the week, the special teams coach puts together a game plan that he presents to the head coach. And in every game plan, there's one big play that he points to the head coach and says, listen, when we need it, we can go to it. I think they did exactly that on that one.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville
blocking
territory.
wide receivers.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Alexander. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
From the gun on 3rd down. Alexander escaping the pressure right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Fuck you, Leonard Rhodes.
A.J. Brown with career touchdown number 70. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Terrell Bernard is in on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there, good enough for the Jags first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Leary. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
What?
And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 23. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Operating from the gun, Leary. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And they've got it.
I too can move the analog stick to the left and then the right.
A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
I was shocked.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Oh.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Kyle Pitts from 8 yards out. And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Alexander. Short pass caught by Henry. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Well, a fake on the jet sweep as they run with Cook up the middle. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal. It's some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knocking on the door.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Alexander. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Luke Schoonmaker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Bro is thinking.
Leary now going to look to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. They'll throw with Leary. Right side to Watson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14
yards. Tommy, it might. Hear me out. It might be a crosser to Watson or Pitts. It might be. It might be. It might be. It might be that. It might be that.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throwing is Leary. He's got his pass.
What did I just fucking say, dumbass?
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Kyle Pitts with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jags look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Off the play fake. Alexander sliding out of the pocket.
Hey, thanks for blocking.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through the...
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Or hear me out, a Watson crosser. It might be that.
One score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
Afraid to call
I
any
like the
outside
design
running
that we're
plays.
seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Looking to throw. Alexander.
Had a plan.
Wisely will throw that one away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Alexander. Touchdown Dolphins. A great play there. With now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied 4th quarter as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Throwing now, Leary. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there.
It might be a crosser. Hey, hear me out. Hear me out. Hey. Hear me out.
They'll need 5 on this play to
It
move
might
the
be. It
sticks.
might be.
To throw is Leary.
So fucking stupid.
They'll get this off to Taylor. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's Leary. And this is going to be intercepted.
That one I was actually pissed about having to do.
Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL
Goddamn,
record.
Peyton.
How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
This is 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Alexander out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders.
I'll learn.
Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Short completion.
Fucking hell, Rich.
4
Call
yards.
any other
And
play.
we'll bring up
Any other
2nd
play.
down.
Oh, it's time
Different
to give
one.
more credit there to
It's
the
not
defense.
called mesh.
They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Operating from the gun, Alexander. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Alexander. Open man, complete downfield to Davis. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. Finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Dolphins strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
I'm not.
Okay. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they need a touchdown, and here they're saying, we're not going to get it 10 yards at a time. They felt they needed to take a shot there to at least get them across the 50, but that one falls incomplete.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Watson making the catch. Into space at the 45. And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been running ragged throughout.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
I know this play. He did this play.
He's back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, They want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go, 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
This is 3rd and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Fuck out of here.
And it's caught. Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So for the Dolphins, the win pushes their record now to 11-2
This is an
on the
average
year.
Dolphins game.
And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
You say my look good in my tight little dress. Suck it up and me make the man them obsessed. Put in the work when we dance and we sweat. Dangerous when you get smooth like the skin on my face. Draw figure 8 when